So that's what we've drawn here is three graphs. A green graph where there's two clear roots, a black graph where there's one repeated root, and then another sort of grey or black graph that doesn't cross the axis at all, which means it has no roots. The first graph, which is the green one, which is graph A, that's graph A. The second line is graph B, and the third line is graph C. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try and solve what the roots would be without drawing the graph. So if you factorize it, oh, sorry lads, one mistake there, mates. They're not plus 4x's there. They're all minus 4x's. Let you know. Okay, so if we solve the first one, we're going to get x minus 3, x minus 1 equals 0, and then we'll get x equals 1 and x equals 3. And there they are there, aren't they? Or 1 and there, 3. What about the next one? X squared minus 4x plus 4 would end up getting x minus 2 by equals 0, and we get one answer. This is x equals 2. The fact that we only get one answer means it only touches once. Everybody cool with that? Third answer, however, we can't solve this. Do you know why? When you put it into the minus b formula, here's what happens. 4 plus or minus the square root of minus 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 8 all over 2 times 1. It ends up wanting me to get the square root of a negative number. And the square root of a negative number appears as a maths error. If it's a maths error, it means there's no answers, is there? There's no values of x for which this curve up here hits the x axis. That's why there's no answers. Does that make sense? Now, what determines if it has no answers or not? Well, what determines if it has no answers or not is the following. Minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. You see this part here? See that part there? If that's positive or 0, what happens? Alright, if it's positive, what does that mean? You will have two answers. If that was plus 19, how many answers would we have? Two answers. If that was 0, how many answers would we have then? We'd only have one answer, because plus or minus 0 is the same thing. If this is negative, what does that mean? We get a maths error, which means we can't get any answers. So it links to this. If b squared minus 4ac is bigger than 0, you get two different roots. If b squared minus 4ac equals 0, what does that mean? One repeated root. And finally, if b squared minus 4ac is smaller than 0, what does that mean? No roots. It doesn't cross the axis. Does that make sense? So, I grab these here, group them, copy them, and I bring it to this page here. Whoa. Alright. And I'll just post it here. Now, see the b squared minus 4ac? It's known as what's called the discriminant. Okay? And the discriminant will tell you what's going on. So, as an example. Alright. For question 5, what's the a value? 1. What's the b value? What's the c value? Alright, what's b squared minus 4ac? 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 64, take away 64. What does that mean? It means that this one will only touch the axis once and it comes back up again. See the way I didn't have to draw it, and see the way I didn't have to tell which one it was. So for tonight, will you guys just do question 3? That's your lot. All you need to do is use these ones here.